Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Gaming Zone. I'm Chriz, aka The Mole. Joining me is the Sad Gamer him. And we've discussed Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo. Now it's time for all the third-party stuff at E3. This will cover games that was mentioned during the other three press conferences I mentioned before, just because it's easier. Because like they're going to be mentioned again, and some of them were just snippets, and some were in like highlight reels. It's like, oh come on. But first of all, did anyone have any games they wanted to mention that they were super excited for that were announced in third party stuff?
Surprised Jim has it. Okay.
I mean, I have a couple of things. I will say I like obviously, I mean, Square Enix did have what my understanding was almost the same Kingdom Hearts trailer from the Xbox conference. But that aside, the one thing that I was really excited about was that Square Enix did show off Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and that looked pretty cool. I like how they're building on the first two, and this one seems to be even darker, which I think that's kind of cool. That Lara has to reach a certain breaking point to become the Tomb Raider that we know, and I think that's pretty cool. And like they were showing off that a lot of the gameplay is similar, but there's a lot more aspects of being able to like jump off of this and climb. I think there's a lot more movement aspects and crafting of the different weapons and things on the fly. And I think they really did a good job with this. And I like that they're going with the Mayan aspect because that's something that we haven't seen in a whole lot of games. So that's kind of cool. But I'm very excited to play that.
It's because they were wrong about the world ending. Who cares? That whole civilization is now like a bunch of liars, as far as I'm concerned.
Pretty much.
But no, yeah, it's also worth noting Tomb Raider was also shown off at the Xbox conference.
Oh, was it? Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the Square Enix Kingdom Hearts one was slightly different. Only because, as like me and Victor mentioned it yesterday or the day before, Victor said, it's slightly cool. Each one was different. It wasn't the same trailer 3 times.
Which is good.
Yeah, that would have been weird.
Yeah.
To be fair, it wouldn't be the first time they re-released the shit out of Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
How about you, Rick? Did you have any that you wanted to mention?
I'll start with for Ubisoft. They showed some of that Starlink game that I think didn't they announce that last year? Because I remember them talking about it, and then there was nothing on it, so I assumed they had like canceled it quietly.
I remember. I think they may have shown it last year.
Yeah,
I definitely remember me and you discussing it. It might have been on an XGR or something when it was one of our news topics. It was cool with the little toys, the games.
Yeah.
Man, XGR, there's a throwback.
Yep.
But it looks pretty cool because now there's like a little pilot, and then you put the thing on the pilot, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of neat. And it's kind of a cool way to do Toys to Life. I imagine it probably won't do that well, unfortunately. But also, I think the full game is Switch exclusive. At least that's what it looked like because of the controller.
I don't think it is.
It's not? Okay.
Because from what they said, it's on all of them, but Star Fox is exclusive to Switch. Because that was the only reason I thought it wouldn't be, because they mentioned Star Fox is exclusive to Switch. And then they had the logos for PlayStation and stuff at the bottom.
So what do those controllers just have or like what do they do for the ship? Is it like a portal like Skylanders, or
it might be a portal? Yeah, it might be a portal.
Yeah, because the only one they showed that I saw was the one where you put the Joy-Cons in it.
Or it could be it might do something with your phone where it reads the barcode at the bottom. But if they do that, it's gonna be shit because people just print off barcodes and put it on top of their phone. See, I have judgment. Not bitter.
Oh.
Still not bitter about that.
Oh, that would
not at all.
Cool. But yeah, that looked kind of neat to actually see some gameplay. I have some concerns with it, like price, and it's you kind of touch on it with Eye of Judgment is with like actually having the cards is really fun, but at the same time it's hard to do a sense of progression because you can't like earn new stuff in the game because you need the physical ones.
Oh yeah.
So I kind of worry that you're playing it and it's like, oh, I'd love to get stronger missiles, but I have to buy those for $14.99 plus tax. And it's like, oh, it kind of it's cool to have it, but also kind of sucks because you can't. You don't have like level progression and stuff. So maybe they'll do. Maybe it'll be like Skylanders where you can level up the pieces or something. But
it might be, yeah, like just like you said, like Skylanders where it has like the tree you can do and stuff. It's just awesome. Which like that works for, like you mentioned with I Judgment. It works for that because the idea was just you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh with your friends online.
Yeah,
that's fine. But for this one, you want progression because you don't want to be in ship 1. While you're against like level 100 or something, you wanted your ship to grow.
Well, I think with Yu-Gi-Oh, I played a lot of the like GBA ones where like when you beat guys, you would get more packs, so you could get more cards. So
I have Eternal Duelist Soul.
Nice.
Yeah, with the Eye of Judgment when they had it set up, it was cool because the idea was you were buying it and you could play it normally. Yeah. But if your friend had it too, you could just play it that way, and it's cool that they're coming to life when you play. And it's like, oh, it's so cool. When assholes ruined it.
I think is that what I can't.
Speaking of assholes,
Eternal Duelist Soul. Yeah, I was right. I wanted to make sure I had the right name.
Nice.
And actually, that same even in the more recent ones. Yeah, I'm saying even in the more recent ones, they have that same aspect with the packs and stuff because they have that in the PS4 one. The Legacy, what is that? Like Legacy of the Duelist? Yeah,
maybe.
Legacy of the Duelist, and they have the where you get packs for each season as you progress through the season in story mode, and so then you can access more cards to that and you got to build up your deck from there. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but I was saying I do agree with you though, Rick. Obviously for a ship you want it to level up because that's kind of cool to get better weapons and stuff. So hopefully they do that right.
Yeah, I believe you found the value of that experience while playing STO and trying to use the original series Enterprise.
If you're on your Bridge Crew?
No, in STO.
I didn't use the original ship one in.
Yeah, because you had it, you're like, oh, this is cool, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, it's really low level comparatively, and now I can't use it. That's shit.
That wasn't me, I don't think.
Oh, all right.
Because I haven't bought the original one. I have it on Bridge Crew, but it's a pain in the ass to use. But it's a case of
I still want to try next gen on that.
But yeah, the game I would alpha out first is Anthem because that looks fucking awesome.
It does. It looks pretty cool.
It looks like Destiny.
It does
better, but better than Destiny. I feel like with it being BioWare in name only for a lot of the people who are left, but still with it being BioWare, I feel like choices will be important for the story and the story will be cool. But I also feel they won't be as dickish as Activision Bungie were with Destiny, where like we're on Destiny 2 now and we still can't trade, something they promised early on during the beta, if you remember that, Rick.
Yeah.
And when people complain, oh, it's coming. Oh, cool. I didn't realize it was going to come 4 games later. But
I think in look, it does look a lot like Destiny and somewhat like Mass Effect, but it looks like it plays not really anything like it, which I think is cool. Not like Destiny was bad. I like the way Destiny played, but just I'm glad it looks different when you're actually in the game. It's like the art style that kind of looks similar. So I'm hoping it won't stop people from being like, oh, it's just Destiny. And you're like, oh.
Yeah, I could see that. I thought it had some similarities. That makes sense. Like the mission they showed off on gameplay was almost exactly like the one I just did recently on Destiny 2. When I went through the basement, came up when I went through the woods to try and kill someone.
Well, Destiny's first player though, still, right? First person. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it is still first person. Yeah. But I still need to do more Destiny 2. I haven't done any of that because I did up to like level 10. I was like, I'm bored of this now. But I want it. But this one looks cool, and I love the design to the little robots. And I know Richter's gonna go fucking ape shit on the fact not only can he design one robot, he can design 4, and because he's the pilot inside them, he can swap between all 4 classes at will. That's a cool idea. That is a really cool idea because a lot of these games lock you to one class.
Mm.
We have an at that follows us around that you can change your student.
I can't wait till I'm gonna say I can't wait till the DLC lets you put all 4 of them together into a super mech.
Don't even joke. I would buy that. Anyway. But I also thought it was kind of cool that they're building it. Mostly cool that they're having a verticality to it, so like you can fly up to different ledges and go explore there.
Yeah.
I think that's really awesome because I like that in some games. Not keen on the underwater. Hoping that's not too bad. Hate underwater, but they're like you're flying underwater. I'm like, sure.
We touched on that on our pointless conversation we did recently of water. No one likes a water level. Unless the game is designed around them. Like, I didn't complain about a single water level on Echo the Dolphin.
Yeah.
But I don't like them in any other game, if that makes sense.
No.
The water levels are worst. Even on Battletoads, when you were going along the sewer on the water, it was still the worst level. Water just ruins the games. It does. But yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that game looks awesome. I agree. That was on my list.
Yeah, and I like the fact they said they had story. They've left it open so they can add story for years to come. I'm hoping, as I mentioned to Rick, that's not mean that they've kept it aside for charges DLC later for stuff that could have been done now. I'm hoping it's actually like what they've done with the Old Republic on PC, where they've done new expansion packs. I'm hoping it actually is like that, because that'd be worth it.
That's what I'm hoping, is that it's like new sections of the world or something.
Yeah, which that'd be cool, because when DLC is an actual expansion or something new not worked on during the game, it's not bad. I like that. You can prolong it. But and how about you, Dan? Back to I think Jim went first. How about you, Jim? Did you have another one?
Yeah, actually, and surprisingly, this wouldn't have happened had it not been for reason we've been doing this last month. But they showed the trailer for the new Trials game, Trials Uprising, and we've been playing the last one on the it was free on Plus this month, and I've actually really enjoyed that game. That's a lot of fun, and I did not expect that. You know, normally racing games not totally my thing, but somehow adding a platforming aspect somehow makes it significantly more fun. Even
I will point out you're not really racing.
True.
The only reason we race when we do it is because it's really shitty to do the track. So we're like, no, we'll just get to the end. As long as we can get to the end, we're fine.
Yeah, but it was still a lot of fun. I played a bunch of the single player mode, and it was really fun. And I was just watching the trailer for that, and it looked like they added new bikes, like the tracks were, and there were some where like the bikes were like one right behind the other, as opposed to all being in a line next to each other. So and having their own little whatever. So I thought that maybe they're mixing it up a little bit, where it's not just always they each have their own lane and everybody's in their lane. They're kind of mixing up, or there might be in front of each other and whatnot. So I think that was cool. And the track looked really cool. I was like, they're in like a Grand Canyon looking thing, jumping over a cliff and going over here. Like, the tracks look cool. And there was a rocket boost on the bikes at one point. So that's a cool new thing. So there's some good stuff in there. And I if they put that out and it's not uber expensive, I might give that a try. I think that kind of game, while being really fun, I feel like that's like maybe a $20 game at most. That's not like a $30, $40 game.
Aren't those usually downloadable, the Trials ones?
The Trials ones were, at least the last one I think was a downloadable one, and it normally is about £20 to £30.
Then that's about right. Then that's because like I said, I got it free on PS Plus, so I didn't know what the actual cost was. Yeah, Trials are cool.
How about you, Rick?
Let me see. We touched on that.
Is there something Warriors to mention?
I don't think so. Was there?
No, there wasn't, unfortunately. I thought there'd be something where there is something Warriors. Like, normally, like even at the Nintendo one, I was expecting it because they did Hyrule Warriors and they've done Fire Emblem. I thought we might get like Metroid Warriors or something.
I'm waiting for
Oh?
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say that'll be the single player for Smash Ultimate. Smash Warriors.
No,
that should be awesome though.
Yeah. I was hoping for Mushroom Kingdom Warriors.
Okay, I'm gonna go to my biggest one, which was amazing to wake up to. But Digital Devolver announced that they're doing the HD re-release of Metal Wolf Chaos. Fuck yes. Out in this country. It was Japan only. It was like the perfect American game. You play as the president of the United States and you get in a mech suit and just blow everything up, and it's amazing. It was like super cheesy and everything. It was an original Xbox game. I have it, but it's Japanese only, so I can't play it. Because it's amazing. Did I say you're president in a mech suit? Anyway, excited to see that they're bringing that out here. I was way too happy about that announcement. Just really looking forward to finally playing that. And
It does look cool.
I think it'll be in English too, which will be nice. You can read the menus.
It's a bad, it's a bad you say president in a mech suit, and the first thing my mind goes, wait, is it a Saints Row game?
Before that,
The Saints Row 2 game?
yes.
No. But yeah, I think I saw a bit of that. That does look cool. At least it sounded familiar from what you said. I was like, that did look cool. I'll throw out one which I already mentioned in the Xbox one, but I fucking really want to see Jump Festival or Jump Force.
Yeah, Jump Force.
Jump Force.
I keep getting the two names mixed up whenever I play it, but yeah, Jump Force. It looks really cool. I loved at the end we got to see Light looking on, and I'm like, I want to see how he. Like I said, I want to see what he does. I've discussed it with people before, and there's loads of different stuff. Just adding Light alone does. I want to see Ichigo back, and I want to see all that stuff back. We've seen more footage since the Xbox One, like they've put it on their Twitter and stuff, and it just looks really fun. And I think they showed off extra Naruto characters and an extra One Piece character, which was cool for people who like them. And I like that because that's the fun of these games is even if you don't like all the animes, as long as you like just one or just two, there's something for you.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of curious how the Death Note guy's combat is going to work because it's going to be entirely writing shit in a book.
Unless he doesn't play.
Yeah, wouldn't it be probably the
yeah, I guess theoretically if you pulled in fucking I'm just gonna call him Willem Dafoe because I saw that movie.
Or as I just said, Ryuk.
Yeah, that one.
But yeah, it could be that, or he could just step aside and you could just see him Ryuk kills him and then sends Ryuk out on battle. That would totally work.
That would work if they basically set him up like the Pokemon trainer in Smash. That would work.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like, yeah, he'll be in the background there and it'll be mostly Ryuk fighting, but he would probably be there for the whatever the super moves. Didn't they have a fancy name?
Oh yeah, when they did like the ultimates when you pressed it.
I imagine he would do it there is when he would.
Yeah.
I still want the joke to happen. I still want that joke to happen, damn it.
Where he writes Goku and it doesn't work.
He writes Goku and it doesn't work. That's the only one when he writes it, it just doesn't work. I'm also gonna laugh because I did recently watch and I do like that anime. I think it was a manga, but I really liked it anyway. If he's in there, I will fucking laugh if One Punch Man is the ultimate unlock character and he does beat everyone in one punch as an ultimate.
That would be amazing.
Should be his finish. That should be his finisher. If you press the button, he goes 200 punches in once. Because to be fair, in the first game, their ultimates were one-hit kills, basically.
Yeah. I think it'd be funny if he kicked people, but then when he punched them, that was the ultimate.
Yeah.
I like that. It was cool because it was like watching what if Richter had the hurricane gimmick.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Richter's like, yeah, I'm going to accept
There's a one punch coming through.
Although I will say after the way they open that, I kind of want to see Jump Festival now. Because I'm just picturing like Frieza in a dunk tank.
Goku versus Vegeta, ball pit, go!
Yeah, exactly, shit like that. Like a fucking party game or something.
But did you have any others, Jim?
I don't know what to say about it. I did want to briefly mention Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I have not, like I said, unfortunately, I have not really played much of Assassin's Creed. I own 3, and that's the reason I haven't played the others.
That's nothing to say unfortunate about. That's like, unfortunately, I've not been shot today.
Fair enough. I watched the trailer for Odyssey, and it did look pretty cool. I like they went to ancient Rome because that gave me kind of a God of War feeling. I'm like, okay, this is cool. And that's was cool. Always like using the shield and stuff. Like it's a different kind of combat. That looked really neat, and it looks like a good story built in, and it looked like a good game. But like I said, I know the others are better than 3, but I haven't played them. But it does look really cool, and I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, it looked cool when it was playing. I think I mentioned that to Rick as I was watching it. And someone's like, "Oh, that looks cool. You're gonna get him?" Like, no, Why? I own God of War.
Also, I did like the fact that they did clearly say that. I think they did this once before with the London one, but you can fully choose between a male or a female assassin to play through the game as. So that's cool.
Yep, you can. Which is good because people wanted that choice. However, I argue they probably shouldn't have done that. They should have either made it a male or made it a female. Because on the Assassin's Creed, where you can pick between characters, the story's not as important. You know what I mean? It's not as impactful as normal because they have to try and make stuff like neutral to both. And
right. But it's not like it can't be done, because wasn't that the entire premise of the entire Mass Effect series?
Yeah, it can be done, but you're also comparing BioWare, who are famous for doing story, to the people that suddenly at the end of Assassin's Creed 1 went, fuck it, aliens did it. or it might be the ending of 2. When it was like, it was aliens. The whole time this was aliens. And you're like,
that was the 2. But in 2, you get to fist fight the Pope. That kind of evens it out.
It does. And then they're like,
fucking amazing.
And then for all of this, like, they're building it. It's going to be so awesome. Look, you can see Desmond's learning. He's going to become an assassin. Killed him off. Why? We needed something to talk about. Now we're using DNA.
Remember, he shock killed his girlfriend for no reason, too.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's like saying, I think a team of multiple people could work really well as a television show because I happen to have seen, and then you mentioned something like Game of Thrones. And now, who's doing it? The people who make Power Rangers. Like, well, no. No, they haven't shown they can write good yet. And when they do the Assassin's Creed ones like that with the 2 ones, usually the story's not as good, but it might be different. I'm hoping it's not as glitched at Go as Unity was. God, I hate Unity.
The problem in my mind with that one is that I can't hear that game brought up without my mind defaulting to the old WWE Women's faction Unity.
Fair enough. My mind can't go back to that without seeing half my text just stretch across the screen and think I've wasted £40.
That's probably the best game I spent 76 cents on.
Nice. I will just say for the record, that was my last one, so you guys can go back and forth for the rest.
Okay. How about you, Rick?
Probably my last bit. Just real quick. At Bethesda's, yes, we should make fun of them for this.
Yeah.
But when they showed over there, like, yeah, we're working on Starfield, and I'm like, okay, like, yeah, that's like 8 years out, which will mean the Elder Scrolls one is farther. But I think it's kind of cool because they usually have like Fallout, which is the post-apocalyptic, and then Elder Scrolls, which is like medieval, and then this one I feel it's going to be sci-fi. I would hope so. It's called Starfield, so I'm like, I'm interested to see that because their games aren't perfect, but they're fun and they're expansive, and I would actually like to see them try and tackle sci-fi because I think it could be actually really interesting, and I would probably be the one that I would be most interested in, even though I've played the other ones. After a while, I peter out on them, so I'm hoping.
Yeah, I could see that. It's like people mention, like with the BioWare ones, Dragon Age and Mass Effect were very similar, but it came down to what people liked as a theme more.
Yeah. I mean, I do like medieval themes, but it's like I really like sci-fi, and especially power suits and Fallout. It's like they could do a really good mech suit, and with space, that could be really good. So. Also, could be really painful. Yeah. You'll have great bugs where the power suit is inside of you, and your spaceship flies backwards. But
did they announce that? Cool. Yeah. Did they announce that they're porting Skyrim to that little computer that monitors your fridge temperature yet?
To be fair, they themselves mocked that by saying they were going to port it to an Etch-a-Sketch and Alexa on the Amazon stuff, and that one's coming.
Yeah, I was hoping that was a joke, and then they're like, "We're really doing it." I'm like, "Oh, it was funnier as a joke."
See, I thought it was funnier that they said they're doing it and then actually did it, because it's like, oh, okay, they're only releasing it as a joke. That's fucking funny. Like, they're taking the piss out themselves at this point. Like when we saw do you remember the Dead Rising 3 DLC with Super Dead Rising Turbo? I was like, EX. And like, okay, it's funny when they mock themselves. But one of the other ones I was excited for at E3, Lego DC Villains.
I need to see the trailer for that. I haven't seen it yet.
You suck as a human.
I know.
But yeah, no, it looks fun. But there's different stuff in there. Like I mentioned, there was a scene on when they played gameplay where Joker sort of takes minions, like the which one was it? Like one of the Star Wars Clone Wars where you could communicate with a walkie-talkie and command troops. You can do that with minions, and he gets them into position, and they form like a human trampoline. Where it's like two of them like that, and two of them holding it. When he jumps on it, they go whoa, whoa, to send him upwards, which is really fun.
Neat.
And I'm like, I like the idea of playing as the villain for once. Like, we've had so many of these Lego games of Lego heroes. Lego villains somehow seems to refresh the theme for me. So I want to play that because it looks fun, and it's an original story too. Because I argue, like for example, the Lego Marvel 2 is better than the Lego Marvel Avengers, which was based on the movie.
Yes.
Because whenever they're based on the movies, they're not as good recently as their original stories. They used to be, but that was back in the day when that was all they used to do was based on movies. Now they got the voice casts and they're doing original. It's way funner when you're like, okay, so they're doing DC. Oh my god, I don't even know where the hell this story is. I don't know what it's going to do. I don't know what's going to happen, but I want to see it. So,
yeah. Although I will say, well, Lego Marvel 2 was better than Lego Avengers. It wasn't as good as Lego Marvel 1 because they cut half the characters out of spite over movie rights.
It was. Yeah, I don't give a shit. It was Simon telling me when he was available. I'm like, it's too late, dickweed. We're already recording. But yeah, I'll deal with that.
Is that the new motto? Fuck Simon.
That's always been the motto.
I'm excited about that. These 3 games that look like Dark Souls. There, we got you, Simon. Now he's gonna.
Yep. But thinking with they have like a DC one that looks cool. Apparently, worth mentioning, Rocksteady were going to do a game and we're going to show it off at E3. That was rumored. Rocksteady themselves are on record to saying that was actually true. They just didn't have the footage ready to go because it's not quite finished yet. So they weren't happy with how it would look.
That's fair.
Oh, come on. But how else are we going to see your tank simulation games? I hate the tank.
Understandable.
But yeah, as I mentioned, like in terms of, because I'll go, in terms of conferences, like I mentioned, I loved the Ubisoft one. It was so full of energy. Like one thing I loved on that, which I mentioned to Rick before, was DLC for this.
Nice.
They got Donkey Kong DLC coming for Mario Rabbids, and I own the season pass. So I'm like, fuck yes, I'm going to be playing the shit out of that. Because I love that game. It's a really fun game. Have you played that? Have you had a chance to play that yet, Rick?
No, I have not.
Oh, it's really good. It's based, obviously, it's basically like XCOM, but it boils down to, like I mentioned, when we did XCOM for PlayStation Plus stuff, if it comes down to theme, like when I'm playing XCOM, I'm less interested than if I'm playing as Mario.
Right.
Somehow I'm more interested in that, but that's just a personal preference. I understand some people will just love XCOM way more, but which that was cool. And so we got to see that at the Ubisoft one, but the Ubisoft one was so full of energy, even if it was missing the girl who normally does it, which was unfortunate, and I don't like that she was gone. But all the conferences were good. The only ones I didn't like, as I mentioned to Richter, was Square Enix because it was way too short and had no presentation. It was just trailer. It was like basically watching your video will start in 18 seconds before the conference. I was like, okay, I can't skip this advert before the conference begins. Okay, I'll just watch it. That's how I felt with that one. The Bethesda one, as I mentioned to Rick, I didn't like the big gaps with this game's coming out next gen. Oh, okay. And this game's coming out after that. And you're like, oh, no. You're making me have to try and figure out when generations are in order to know when your game's coming. No, I don't like this. But the theme for this year's E3 like I mentioned, seems to very much be. One is on like expansions and doing bigger versions of games you've already done. The other half seems to be on battle royale modes because they're really popular right now. Like battle royale seems to be where shooters have turned to. It makes sense because they're really fucking fun. We need to see
Fortnite on Switch.
Yep, that's coming on Switch. I've already got that downloaded. And we need to have thingy though. We need more of them. Like, I'll be honest, Rick, would you or would you not play a battle royale one of Transformers? Because I know H1Z1, I think it was, or H2Z2, whichever one it was called, has vehicles. If there's one where you are vehicles, could transform and turn into a car, just pull into the car park and just stay there as a hiding place. That would be amazing. Like, okay, I'm in a car park, that's a car. Oh, fuck. From behind. I'd play the shit out of that. But, which I like that. This year didn't seem to have one big theme as it did last year. Like last year or the year before was really heavily VR as the future, rightfully so, because they wanted to push the new technology. This year just seemed to every conference felt different, and there was lots of multiple themes running throughout. So I like that. But so yeah, in terms of the third parties, like I said, my favorite, I'm going to give it to Ubisoft for the conferences. Least, I'll give it to probably Square Enix. But it's up to you guys. What did you guys think of the overall third party stuff?
I thought it was pretty good what I saw of it. Most of those I read, like, what they I saw like some parts, or read some of the stuff they did. So I didn't watch every third party conference. It was more like, oh, they talked about this, oh, let's see the clip of this. So
you didn't?
No.
How dare you, Rick?
Just the first party ones. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was pretty much what I did. That was pretty much what I did with the third party ones. Is I basically just read about the news, then I watched some clips for the ones that I was interested in, and kind of went from there. But it seems like they had a lot of good content, even though there are a lot of games that are not games that I'm particularly interested in. I know that there are good games and a lot of people are interested in them, and so it seems like there was a lot of good content was put out.
Yeah, like it's worth noting as well, just to throw it out there. FIFA this year has the Champions League.
Nice.
That's cool because normally that's in Pro Evolution. It's now in FIFA. They made a big deal about it. It's kind of cool because now if you play FIFA, you can actually have all the cups and all the leagues, and that's pretty cool.
Nice.
And I will probably be playing FIFA again this year because I play it every year, unfortunately. But
you gonna get it on Switch this year?
I got it on last year, so I might do. Just because a break time at work and stuff, because I know, obviously, because I got a little dock at my work hooked up to my personal TV. When it's my break and shit, if someone else is free, we just grab 2 Pro controllers and we play on the Switch for like a few minutes or so. It's cool.
Nice.
And the one everyone wanted to do is, we need to do FIFA. We need to do FIFA. And I'm like, oh, fine. I got FIFA because I'm like, yeah, it'll be fun for the office. No one seems to really want to play me on Ultra Street Fighter 2, but still.
Speaking of Street Fighter and E3, by the way, if anybody gets a chance, I do recommend going and check out the awesome clip that was the 3-on-3 Street Fighter V arcade mode showdown between the New Day and Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, because that was amazing. Oh, that was happening over at the Capcom booth. The video is over on Xavier Woods' channel, Up, Up, Down, Down, if you want to see it.
Yep. But yeah, it was a case of, like I said, there wasn't one overarching theme this year, which was different. Which was different because there normally was. It was cool. Everyone tried to do their own thing, and like when we mentioned like the Nintendo one, they had their Direct thing. Then they had like the Splatoon one, which was fun and stuff like that. That was cool. Where you had like the tight knit PlayStation one, you had the big Xbox one that felt like a conference, and and I mean that in a positive way, if that makes sense. Like it felt like just traditional conferences, because there's nothing worse than like the one where, do you remember the year when Microsoft and Sony both spent most of their conference talking about non-games?
Yeah.
Like, this is
Yeah.
entertainment. Look, we're going to sell you a TV from Sony. You're like, what? And that Xbox is like, we have a smart glass. And you're like, I understand technically that they count because they are entertainment for an electronics, but fuck off.
Yeah.
But I was your host this one, Chriz, aka The Mole.
He was.
And joining us was Richter and James Phoenix.
We were.
And peace.